Good morning, traders. This is the 1400 hour in the New York session. We had a news trading event. This was a major economic news on gold. This is going to move all the markets, but it was the inflation rate was the news event. So we had an inflation rate at this hour, so we're getting a news spike right now. A lot of traders may want to sit this out and start trading once the market settles down. But what we want you to do is, even through a news trading event, always have a strategy before the news. Then look at your levels and see what price will do around your levels. We're getting into we're pushing up into the 1900, 1920 area. Now remember, we drew these levels before the week began. Sometime during the New York session, what we may see is price push up into these areas. And then once we get price confirmation, then we can start planning trades. So right now, we want to watch the charts and then watch price confirmation during these areas of support and resistance. We also want to be sure that we're looking at the daily range. Now remember, we look at daily range data to give us an idea on days. So this day has already moved almost 2,900 pips. The previous 5 days, that's 2,000 there. It's a little day of consolidation, 1,300, 1,700. The largest day in the last 5 days is 39, almost 4,000. So the day could move 4,000. This day moved 33, and this day has moved 28, moving into supply and resistance areas that we've already drawn on the chart. So price may possibly move up into these areas for that's 3,500. So if we know the daily range is getting close to a 5-day high of between 3,000 and 3,500, and then we have agreement with an area, a 1900 institutional 00, and then we have confirmation on the entry signals, then we can place a trade in those areas and place our stop loss just right outside the area. So our trade signal from the Asian session worked out right here for 400 to 500 pips, depending on your trading style, from the 1885 area. And now we're getting a trade signal here on the 3. We got 1, 2, 3 pin bars on the 3. On the 5, we have a pin bar, pin bar, pin bar. So you could have placed a trade right here on the 5, 3-minute and 5-minute chart, right here. That would be your entry, and then you could place a stop loss, a tight stop loss right here, depending on your trade management. And then you want to manage the trade. Right now you would be in profit should you have placed on this 3 to 5 minute signal. And again, this trade might be the daily high, which may move back another 1,000, 2,000 pips before reaching a level to buy again. So this day we have resistance with the trade signal during the Asian session to sell here. That was 500 pips here from the 1800 area. If you got in here, that's 450 pips. And then we had a trend continuation. You could have bought at this level bought at the 1880 level, which we did have marked off. If you had bought at the 1880 level for a trend continuation, that's 2,000. And then now we're getting a trade signal to sell during the New York session, and this is a live trade. We have a live trade signal to sell during the New York session. So that's where you would place your trade. This may be your last trade of the day. But right now what we want to do is see how this level plays out for the next couple of hours. Right now you are in a positive trade during the New York session that has now moved in your favor, and this is after the news event, that has now moved in your favor 300 pips. Now the trade has moved in your favor 400 pips. So now you can move your stop losses down. Now remember, this is a live trade. Now you can move your stop losses down to a break even. And depending on your trade management, if you had entered this trade with 3 positions, you can take a full position off here, or 2 full positions off here, and then now you're in a free running trade where you can set a profit target 500 to 1,000 pips, or whatever your trade management or profit target says. So this would be your trade signal for the New York session right now. So we would let that trade run out. Trade frequency 1 to 2 trades, and then let the levels play out. Again, gold routinely, based on our studies, gold routinely every single month, when gold enters into a supply demand support resistance, this just entered into a supply area, gold retraces at least 1,000 pips. At least 1,000 pips. Right now, this is retraced 75. So that's what our data says. So we do data studies. You do your data study, then you get your trade signal. Now remember, this is live, and we already drew the 1900 before the trade session began. So just on that trade move alone, you could have booked profit. Now price may come up here, bounce around a little bit, or price may go on up to 1905 or 1920. But this one trade right here would have, depending on your trade management, would have booked you getting in here already 500 pips. So profit targets 500 to 1,000, and then you can let the trade run. Now that would be an intraday swing trade because the swing has already went. This swing here really started here. Now remember, there was a new spike, but the swing already went 2,500 pips. And on gold swing trading, that would be a general average. All right, to consistently profitable traders in 2023, we will have an update for you. Friday updates to see the other trade signals. So our trade signals for today, we posted this live trade signal, which worked out for 500 pips roughly from 1800. And then we had a news event here. Then we have another trade signal when price entered into this supply resistance area, and then we'll see how this trade plays out. Now you may have a trade signal to go long, as you did here at the 1800, because remember, we are in a strong uptrend. A strong uptrend here, which means price will move up, pass through areas of support and resistance. Price just passed through this area of resistance. Now we can expect this area right here at the 1880 area to become an area of support when price comes back down to possibly continue the trend up. All right, we will see you in the next video. This was a live update for the trade signal for the New York session, which is now in profit from these areas, 500 pips. Good take profit area, and then watch the trade for the rest of the New York session. You may have larger pullbacks, or price may come in here and consolidate in the next couple of hours. See you in the next video.